the governor and I have spent a lot of time with Senator Obama and Senator Biden on buses as we travel the state as they're campaigning, as we're campaigning together. And they both really get that. Senator Obama particularly gets that about what we need to do for alternative energy with tax incentives at Oberlin College, which is about 20 miles from where I live in northern Ohio. There is the largest solar building in any college campus in the country, fully powered building by solar power, and they had to buy all the solar panels in Germany, and that's because we didn't have a predictable tax system in this country. The people knew what the production tax credit would be 3 years and 5 years from now because Congress didn't do it right. We're fixing that in the efforts of the governor and the Department of Development and all to really make this community and this state much friendlier to entrepreneurship and much friendlier to young people to come back and do what we need to do. John Carney obviously gets that. That's why he's such a good candidate, why we're to travel the state and picked here to be with him and help him today. And I know that's why a lot of you are here today too. So last point, I served 12 years with Governor Strickland in the Congress. He from the Southern Ohio district, me from the Northern, I from the Northern Ohio district, and so a lot of people in Washington know Ted. But what people ask me, how's Ted doing in Columbus? How's he doing as governor? And more and more people in Washington understand that Ted Strickland really is one of the best governors in the United States of America. And I'm proud to call my friend, Governor Strickland.
Great to be here in the state that is living within its means, but investing in those things that really matter. And one of the things that really matter, obviously, is education, higher education. I'm happy that a few months ago, in a very bipartisan way, we were able to pass an economic stimulus package that will provide $1.57 billion for economic growth, job-creating activities in Ohio. But a part of that package is $250 million that will be allocated over 5 years, $50 million a year for 5 years to support internships and cooperative education programs, with the thinking that if we can tie our young people into the existing Ohio economy while they are still students, that they will be much more likely to choose to remain here once they finish their degrees. So we think that's one of the things that we've done, John, to try to make people like you and some of these folks here in the front row see Ohio as a place where they want to build their lives and their careers. I think we are our own worst enemy when it comes to promoting ourselves in Ohio. I spoke to the Cleveland City Club a few weeks ago, and I tried to emphasize that because there is so much that we have here, just in terms of history, culture, diversity of all kinds, religious, racial, ethnic, economic, geographic diversity. We are very unique among the 50 states. Some states are just pretty homogeneous, and that's really why I think Ohio is, speaking in a political sense, so hugely competitive when it comes to national races, because we are a very diverse state, and some states are so have such sameness within them that people can pretty much pigeonhole them and say where they are and what they're going to do. That's not true of Ohio, and that is our strength. That's something that we ought to celebrate, I think. Now, I'm here this morning for a couple of reasons, but my main reason for being here is because I have such high regard for John Carney. He's a person of exceptional talent, I think, and good motivation. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity to work with John as we try to make the right decisions to move Ohio forward. It is true that there are numerous generations represented in this room. This guy, how old are you, Tim? 35. 35 years old. How long have you been in the Congress? 6 years. 6 years. What committee are you on? Appropriations. 36 years old, 6 years in the Congress on the Appropriations Committee. Sherrod is sort of in between Tim and myself. And then the person that I'm going to introduce is the senior among us. A few weeks ago, I was in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was sitting at a round table. It was to mark the 50th anniversary of NASA. And at that table was Senator John Glenn and his wife Anne, first American to orbit the Earth. Also at that table was Jim Lovett, the commander of Apollo 13. And also at that table was Neil Armstrong, the first man to put foot on the moon, all Ohioans. And I point that out to you to say that we have a rich history in this state of producing leaders. When the blackout occurred, and I suppose no one in this room was affected by it, that was a joke. I started thinking about Thomas Edison and Ohio and how the world is different because of what he did. And so we've got a lot to boast about in Ohio. And one of the things that we can boast about is that John Glenn is a Buckeye. This man grew up in a small town in southeastern Ohio, went to Muskingum College, a small college, became a fighter pilot in the Korean War. Following that, he became an astronaut, orbited the Earth, went into business, became a very successful businessman, became a United States Senator, served Ohio for so many years as a United States Senator, and then he became an astronaut again. And even today, John Glenn is working tirelessly for the benefit of this state, and he is especially interested in young people and what we can do to make sure that our young citizens are superbly educated and given every opportunity to achieve their dreams as he was able to achieve his. So I present to you America's and Ohio's hero, John Glenn.